Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. Finally, y'all, finally, playing with Rusted Essence Volume 2 from Notoriously Morbid. I'm going to be getting ready for work today, but I am going to do the swatches and all that good stuff and tell you a little bit about the palette. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? Today's Thursday and I am feeling great. Oh, this is a little blush heavy today. So Notoriously Morbid last year came out with the Rusted Essence palette, and this year they came out with Rusted Essence 2. I did not receive this in time. Well, I received it literally the night before the launch, and I was not able to put up a look video, but I did do a reel with the swatches. They're also dropping something tomorrow and they overnighted it, so it should be here today. I'm just not sure, like, when it comes late, if I'm gonna get a chance to film it in time for the launch. So that's where we are with that. But I figured that a lot of people are just starting to get their palettes, and so I still wanted to do a look video with this. I also do have Gold Dust Woman coming, but it has not shipped out yet, so I will keep you posted on that. Let's look at this color story, y'all. So this is Rusted Essence Volume 2. Has a 12-month shelf life. It's $29.99, vegan and cruelty-free. And when I do the swatches, I'll let you know which shades are safe for your lips, because some people do put eyeshadow on their lips to enhance their lipstick or, you know, change up the color. So I will let you know about that. Let me also show you Volume 1 so you can just see the difference in the color story, because these are not dupes for each other in any way, but I just wanted to show them to you. You can see them from here. Wish they stuck with the square pans. Y'all know how I feel about square pans. I just think it looks better, and I don't know if the square pans are actually bigger, but I just love how square pans look in a 9-pan palette like this. All right, here are both palettes up close. You can see that these are going to be really complementary to each other, so I'm glad to have them both. Really did like Rusted Essence a lot. I do have a code with the brand. It is affiliated, so I do make a commission. It is Beauty in the Frizz 15, and that will save you 15%. And this palette's actually $24.99. Sorry about that. Added some extra money for y'all. $24.99.
Shout out to Hunter. His birthday was yesterday.
Okay.
And we're having a birthday tomorrow. What do you think I should get him? Comment down below.
Okay, August. Go ahead. Because y'all know y'all. I pulled up the website so we can. I pulled up the website so we can get the shade descriptions, and it says that this palette has mattes, shimmers, and an exclusive multi-chrome. So, just so you know. So let's start with Eerie Glow. It's a bright lime green matte, and this one is not lip safe. I thought you were too fit for 1 pound weight. So let me turn this down. So their mattes come out a little chalky, but they work very well on the eyes. Some of the swatch pictures I see, I don't know if something is being put on the arm or what, but they always swatch chalky on me. Shadow Domain is lip safe. It's a Raspberry Berry matte. Did I used to clean? I used to sell shoes.
I thought you used to clean them too.
I used to keep my shoes clean. Had to keep them clean.
Can you help me do that when I get home?
Maybe after karate.
We're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
No, I just want to go home.
Me too, but we're going. The last matte in the palette is Bloodlust, which is a rust red matte. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so those are the mattes in the palettes. Now we're gonna get to the fun part, y'all. Twisted Bows is an antique moss satin, which is not lip safe. Ooh, ooh. Okay, that's pretty. Oh, we might have to use that. Cremated Equally is a silver multi-chrome that shifts to mauve to pink to peach. I will zoom in on all of this because I know I'm going in and out of focus. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't know if I'm seeing all of that shift, but it's a really pretty shade. Oh yeah, there we go. Twisted Bows is not lip safe. Cremated Equally is lip safe. And next we have Pyromantic, which is a regal purple base with a red boysenberry shift and is lip safe. Ooh, is that boysenberry? Yes. Oh, this is pretty. Okay. I'll be honest, like I was not thinking that this palette was going to touch the original, so now I'm like, okay. On the bottom we have Autumnal Twilight, which is lip safe. It is a pickle green base with a multi-chrome shift of gold, copper, and purple. Ooh. Little Miss Scare All is lip safe. It is a satin eggplant purple. And finally we have Condemned to Limbo, which is not lip safe. It is a midnight blue base with ruby to orange sparkles and the shadow may stain. Ooh. All right, let's zoom in on this. Just getting some different angles here. So there's the entire Rusted Essence Volume 2 palette. This is actually really pretty. I also wanted to show you the back of the palette, and I love how they have like the pans on the back with whether or not the shade is lip safe, and if something has a color shift, they're showing it on the back of this one. And they do the same thing on most of their palettes. Here's the original Rusted Essence, which I believe is still available. So they do the same thing, and I love that about the brand. Also take a look at the cover art. So here is Volume 1 versus Volume 2. So same theme, same cover art for the most part, but the sticker cover reflects the colors on the inside, and I love that. I've been talking a lot, and my friend Jamie, we've been talking a lot about indie brands and eyeshadow formulas and uniqueness, and whether everyone's using the same formula or same lab or facilities. But what I can say about Notoriously Morbid is all of their eyeshadows are hand pressed and handmade, and they have a very distinct shimmer formula, I would say. The mattes remind me of, if you ever tried mattes from like Terra Moons, they're kind of powdery. In Divina, those mattes are a bit powdery, but they blend super well on the eyes. Their mattes remind me of those, but their shimmers, there aren't any brands that have the same shimmer formula as Notoriously Morbid. So if you have not tried this brand, I know they're very small and there's not a lot of content on them, but if you are looking for something that is truly unique and different, I would suggest Notoriously Morbid. Shipping times are a little long, even for me. Their stores in West Virginia and I'm in Maryland, but the shipping time, I think because everything is handmade, it does take some extra time, and it is worth it. The one thing that I will say that I think is a little bit frustrating is that when I first got into Notoriously Morbid, they were not coming out with a lot of releases, and they have started to up their palette game. They're coming out with more palettes closer together, and sometimes they're coming out with palettes before other things have shipped. For example, the Gold Dust Woman palette, a lot of people were waiting on that palette, and then they came out with this Rusted Essence Volume 2, and then also the Fall Season of the Witch, which is going to be another video that I'm going to be doing soon. And they also have another palette coming out tomorrow that's going to be a neon palette. So I think when people want to buy things from Notoriously Morbid, it can be frustrating because you're paying shipping multiple times. And it would be nice if they somehow could maybe combine the shipping or something like that, because people that like the Notoriously Morbid really like Notoriously Morbid, and they get most of their palettes, at least from people that I talk to, but nobody wants to keep paying shipping over and over again, you know, if that can be avoided, because nobody's making money like that. All right, that's my little soapbox. And maybe I'll reach out to the brand and say something, because that can be really frustrating, like as a consumer, because I still buy some of the Notoriously Morbid products myself because they don't always get PR out on time, and they're things that I want, like the Gold Dust Woman palette, for example. So well, let's get into a look with this. I'm just doing one because I am going to work, honey, and I have staff course today. And just so you know, it is 6:36. I did get up a little earlier so I could make sure I had time to do, you know, the swatches and everything like that. So let's do it, y'all. Okay. On my face, I have on my Hourglass foundation. I have on my Dior concealer, my pink powder. I'm wearing Gucci bronzer, and I'm wearing House Labs Hibiscus Haze. And on my lips right now, I'm wearing Maybelline Awestruck. And I may use a Notoriously Morbid, one of their duochrome mattes, to finish off the look, but we'll see. I'm gonna go into Shadow Domain, which is the purple here. And Notoriously Morbid always recommends that you use some type of glitter glue or primer. And I don't have theirs, but I do have one here from Unearthly, and I just found it yesterday. I've been looking for it. It is called Glimmer Grasp. So maybe we'll try that out with the shimmers, and maybe next time they send me something, I'll ask for them to send the shadow bind, because I hear really good things about the Notoriously Morbid eyeshadow primer. Ooh, let's put on some ears too, y'all. I'm gonna use these ears today, my Nightmare Before Christmas ears. Just feel like it goes with the brand. Oh, and you know what, y'all, while I'm putting this on, oh, look how good this goes on. This is a Refer 27. I keep forgetting to mention, because a lot of people were concerned about my Marky, or maybe I don't think I told y'all. So I thought Marky was having an eczema outbreak, but it was really something viral. Did I tell y'all that? So he didn't really have the cold symptoms that came with whatever virus it was, but he had the rash. That's how it expressed itself. So it's going away. He's still itchy, but that's because his skin is so dry now from the rash. But all of those breakout spots are going away, thankfully. So I just wanted to fill y'all in on that, because we went to the dermatologist and everything was everything. So my baby, well, he's not a baby because he's really starting to have attitude. I got up this morning, you know, just to start getting things together, because I got up at like 5. This guy was in there on his phone, and he had an iPad. I was like, are you out of your mind? And he looked at me. He was like, it's not funny, Mom. I was like, you know what? It's not. He was like, it's too early. I'm like, yes. Like, what are we doing? Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to, like, really, because Marky likes to listen to Christmas music at night. And so I would like to allow him that grace and that freedom. But we can't be getting up at 5 o'clock on the phone. And he was sleeping in his office, so, which is the playroom, because August was coughing a little bit last night, and it's almost soundproof, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, come on. Like, I did not hear it until I went out into the kitchen, and I'm just like, this is not gonna work, honey. This is, the blend is great here. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just gonna bring a little bit over if I can. I'm just really tapping slightly into the pan, because it is powdery and you want to tap off your brush, but I'm telling you, they blend out really, really well. I didn't like that about their mattes at first, and then like once I really started getting into it, I'm like, these are really nice. But if you don't like powdery mattes, you know, you might not like this. But you know, Notoriously Morbid, their palettes are for the most part more shimmer heavy, in my opinion, than the mattes. So if you don't like them, it's not like it's going to be the majority of the palette. I want to go into Little Miss Scare-All, which is this satin deeper purple. I'm gonna keep the same brush. Let's just see, because I feel like with the satin you can almost use it like a matte, and it has some sparkle in it, so you can definitely see that it is a shimmer. But I always like to have a deeper outer corner or smoky moment, if you will. I feel like this palette, like looking at it, especially with this lime green, does give a nice like Halloween vibe as well, in addition to fall, you know. I really like that. Oh, did you take your medicine? Just diffusing it out here, bringing it out. All right. I feel like I need to do a little more work up here. This is when a nice little blend out shade would be appropriate, but you know, I complain about those too sometimes, so I'm not even gonna say nothing. But I do need something like right here, so I'll figure that out. Okay, all right, let's get this Glimmer Grasp. I rarely ever use glitter glue, so let's just see how this goes. So that's what it looks like. Let's see, I guess I don't know how much of this you're supposed to put on, but oh, this is kind of thick. It's tacky. I feel like this is gonna be really good for the shimmers. I don't even know which one. There's so many like great choices in this palette. I love a multi-chrome that has like that gray undertone, but I also like this green. Oh man. And I really liked this purple here, this really light one. So I have to do more looks because this isn't gonna cut it. Definitely went into Autumnal Twilight. Love that. Just see how it looks here. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah, we can come back and do some more looks and even combine Rusted Essence Volume 1 with Volume 2. Just because, you know, short on time today. But that's, yeah, I like that. I like that, girl. All right, and then, do you want to go into the green? I think I do. This Twisted Boughs. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Because you could get such a nice like berry look with this palette as well. And you know, with that matte like terracotta, that's going to be really nice. Ooh, and this glitter primer is nice as well. Ooh, y'all. And I love when I get surprised by makeup. Not that I didn't think this was going to be good, but like I said, I had it in my mind like I'm not going to like this better than Volume 1. But I think I'll like it just as much. Yeah, that looks good, y'all. Let me know. Now, yesterday I said I wasn't in the mood for these types of looks, but I have to use this lime green. I would be very sad if I do not use it. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to put it underneath the lower lash line because I am in the mood for a pop of color today, and I think it'll play well with the green that I have on top. Not going to make it too dramatic. You can see that you can build it. I think I'm gonna just put it here. And you know what? Just for kicks, let's do the red shade. What is this? Bloodlust? Oh no! Oh my God, y'all. I was about to forget my inner corner. Wait. What's wrong with me? All right, y'all. We are ready. We'll leave in a minute. Inner corner highlight. I'm going to go into Cremated Equally right here. And I'm going to spray this with my Hourglass Veil. Just because this is really sparkly and it's going in my inner corner. I really like this a lot. Before we do the liner and mascara, I have this shade here called Pixie Ring, and this is a Mystic Metallic. Some of these are really, really vampy, but this one, let's just see what it looks like on top of Awestruck, like if I were just to enhance it a little bit. I don't really wear a lot of metallic lipstick shades, but I think this one's really pretty. And it's a duochrome, so that's nice. Okay, now I will be back with liner and mascara and close out the video. All right, I am back with the finished look, you guys. Let me know what you think. I did take my Hourglass powder and just blend this out a little bit more up top. So you kind of see there's a little bit of a sheen going all the way, and it looks a little bit better. I just like there to be some type of gradient. That's my favorite. I'm using the Natasha Denona Macro Tech eye crayon in the shade Camu Camu. So this is the color here. And I thought it picked up nicely with the green. And what else? Tarte Maneater mascara as per usual. Let's see. So I have on my Smokey the Bear shirt and I have a pair of pants, the red and navy striped ones that y'all always see. Game of Thrones socks today. Hand of the King. Huh? You already know. So that's what I got going on today. Oh, the last thing I need. Oh, hold on. We need to smell good. I do want to be a good time, but I'm going to try to do something different than What About Pop, y'all, because I know I'm like obsessed with it. Let's see what we have in reach. I wore Angel Share yesterday. Do I want to do, I don't know, let's see. This is a good time. You know what? I think this is the good time I'm looking for today. So we're gonna go with KLE Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. This is a little bit longer lasting. I think this is longer lasting than the Minnie Mouse, but I have to test it out. Get some up here. Okay. You can tell I've had this in my book bag. I feel like I got like pen markings all over it. All right, let's get into the final thoughts about this palette. I really like this palette. I love this look. I think it is really, really nice. And I like how I use the mattes in this palette because I just wasn't sure. Sometimes the mattes that Notoriously Morbid picks can throw me off because I'll be like, like how am I gonna incorporate that? But I really like how I incorporated all three mattes. But you know, the matte that you use on the transition area can really change up the trajectory of the look. So I would like to do another look and maybe use this one as the star matte. I'm not sure about this one as the star matte. I like this more as an enhancement, like an inner corner highlight, or how I use it today. Or another look would be a little more dramatic is if I use this to kind of blend out. I don't know if it would get muddy, but give a interesting touch to the outer corner. You could do that. I have a bunch of shimmers that I didn't use yet. So I only used 3. And I didn't use these other 3 because it was just gonna be too much. You know, I don't like to use too many shimmers because it really takes the shine away from each individual shimmer on its own. So I didn't want to do that with this look. So overall, another hit from Notoriously Morbid. We just gotta get that shipping together when we are releasing palettes close together so we can try to save our coins because we need to do that. Overall, their prices have been reasonable. They have had a couple bigger palettes where I'm like, that's a lot. But the $24.99 for something that's handmade and hand pressed and the quality of the shadows in here, I think is totally worth it. So if you were thinking about volume 2 or volume 1 for that matter, I think they are both excellent palettes. Please don't forget to use a code. It doesn't have to be mine, but there aren't a lot of codes, but save some money if you can, please. And I will also be having some videos coming up. I'm gonna have Season of the Witch. I'm gonna have the Neon palette, and I think there's gonna be another palette coming after that. So stay tuned for more content from Notoriously Morbid. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening, whatever time you're watching this. Don't forget to let me know how you are doing. And with that being said, y'all gonna be proud of me. It's 7:06. I did a whole video, swatches, a look, and I'm gonna be on time for work and staff course today at 7:25. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this is therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe, and I will definitely see y'all in the next one. Bye.